Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Our project title: a resource allocation scheme for multiple device-to-device multicast in cellular networks. Our project abstract: device-to-device multicast communication is emerging as a practical solution to alleviate server capacity crunch in data-centric wireless network. For example, in the data-centric wireless network, it is mentioned that the certain combinations of multiple networks to be connected in a single data centers to store the certain process and to encourage backhaul-free communication directly among devices with similar content requirement. Resources allocation in multicast network is a critical issue that impacts both the network throughput and the spectrum efficiency. We devise and apply resources reuse strategy for multiple multicast device-to-device groups and multiple cellular users with the objectives of maximizing the sum throughput while guarantee a certain level of quality of service QoS to CU and D2D users. We established the efficiency of the proposed scheme for variable group size and geographical spread in it. For data flow diagram, in this process the users can be related to the certain process of file selection. In the file selection, the data can be sent related to the packets. In the condition, resource allocation can be done during the data transmission from the certain process of it. After that, the condition process, the related data transmissions in it. In the data transmission, the related condition can be provided and the certain allocation can be method related to the file selection of the users. After that, the data can be updated. In the process, the resource allocation, the related delay can be mentioned in it. In the data delay, certain allocation process can be calculated from the process starting to the ending process. After that, the data can be uploaded and the delay can be calculated. In the delay calculation, the prediction can be mentioned. Result can be generated related to the prediction process. And the graph mentioned that the task allocation and the related delay can be processed during the task allocation. And the package can be sent related to the process flow later. Then the delay can be calculated related to the transmissions. And the transmissions can be compared with the mentioned below. Then the particular usage can be further provided to the related production and the results can be generated in it. The result can be based the result mentioned as a graph. In the graph that the data delay and the allocation can be mentioned in it. Let's start our demo for a resource allocation scheme for a multiple device-to-device multicast in cellular networks. Home page. First, click on home page.java. Click on file. In this process, our process is just compiling and debugging related to certain queries, and the process can be done. Here we mentioned that the process connected with the database in data. This is our home page. Click anywhere on the home page. This is our login page. First click on new user just to make a registration in it. This time is a certain name. The ID to be mentioned and a certain later process should be mentioned in it. After that, click on register process. The email should be valid to the certain queries and the registration can be completed. And using the user ID and the password, the login process should be done. So that the network can be created. In this process, the network can be created. Here the nodes can be deployed in it and the source can be mentioned in it. And this is the source I have chosen in the network. Here it mentioned that here is the source and the destination in it. And after that, the certain allocation to be done during the transmission process to be carried out from the source to destination. So the server may be allocated in data. Here the server to be, I'm selecting the server 2 as my allocation, but the destination can be allocated to the server 1 to make it that the consider as a server is making as an idle. So we can further using as a server 1 as a service as a, the file can be chosen by a source. I'm choosing a certain file, and after that the file can be splitted. I'm splitted the file into certain number of this is the confirmation of the file. The file can be splitted. After that the certain this is the total number of source and the total number of nodes deployed and the destination to be mentioned, number of files, and the file can be path to be transferred. This is the distance calculated from the using the server 2 and the server 1 to the distance, and the path can be calculated. I'm choosing the server 1 or server 2 as a process. I'm choosing the forwarding node. This is the number of forwarding nodes to be making as a using. I'm using the certain port. After that click on node 1 to be on in data, and click on receiving port, and the file can be received, and after that the nodes can be forwarded and run on node 2, and the file can be received in data. After that I'm sending to the certain process to the multiple nodes. Here is the allocation and the time delay can be calculated, and the file can be received in data. Then click on destination processed, and the file can be received, and the receiving order can be showed, and the receive file can be merged during the delay of the destination. So this is the delay timing can be calculated. This is the total number of delay during the scheduling process of a job allocation, time taken during the process, and this graph shows that the total processing time during the process, and this is the remaining time to be assigned for every allocation process. This is that during transmission delay can be calculated as the average can be later processed to a certain measures. These measures that certain delay can be calculated during the transmission. This is the remaining time to be mentioned later. Processing time mentioned is the time process flow to be processed during the allocation method in data. The time usage during the allocation process we have carried out in that certain allocation process. The work can be and the job can be assigned easily for the different users in data. And the certain flow can be mentioned that and they reduce the processing time in data. Demo completed. Thanks for watching.